Hi, let us understand how to set up passwordless SSH login using RSA private public key pair. For demo purpose, I do have two VMs, CentOS 8 VM1 and VM2. In both the VMs, I do have the host names updated. VM1 is having the IP address 121 and VM2 is having the IP address 122. The same setting is available in the other VM as well. Now I'm going to generate a key pair in VM1 and use that specific key to log into VM2. To generate the key, I'm going to use the command ssh-keygen that will generate the private public key pair within the .ssh folder in the home directory. Let me generate the key ssh-keygen. Type of key is RSA and the password for the key is nothing. This is the default location where it will generate the key. I'll leave it as it is and the key will get generated. Let me get into the .ssh folder. I should have the key pair id_rsa and id_rsa.pub. And remember, both the keys should have the right permission only by the user and not even by the group. id_rsa is the private key, id_rsa.pub is the public key. As the name suggests, public key can be given to public and private key is private to the user, that is like a password. Now I'm going to log into the same machine, that is VM1, and see how it is going to behave. SSH using the user kumar at the same OS 8 VM1. Since this is the first time we are logging in, it is going to make an entry into the known host, and once if I verify the fingerprint and if I say yes, it will be adding a file within the list of known host. Then it's going to ask for the password. Now let me see what happens within the SSH folder. I have another file called known host. What this does, it's going to make an entry saying this particular host is known. So whenever I am going to log into this particular host from this machine, it will not ask for verifying the fingerprint or the signature. Now let me do the SSH command once again. It will not ask for the fingerprint verification because the entry is made within the known host. But still, every time whenever we are logging in, it is asking for the password. The objective is to make passwordless SSH login. To achieve that, I will be creating a file called authorized keys and add the public key into that authorized keys list. What that means is any key that is added into the authorized keys, the corresponding private key can log into that specific machine. I will be doing a cat against the public key and append that as a part of the authorized keys file. Now I can check the content of the authorized keys. So that's going to have the public key content. Now let me log into the machine using SSH. Ideally, it should not ask for the password, but it's asking for the password, and intentionally I did this so that we can understand what problem happened. This is the most general common mistake people will be making it, where the authorized keys will be having the right permission for the group, even though only this specific user is member of the group, and if we have right permission, the system will not be considering the authorized keys. So I have to remove the right permission. For that, I will be using the permission 600 chmod 600 authorized keys. So I have removed the read as well as the write permission for the authorized keys. Now let me try to do the SSH login. SSH I'm able to log in without the password prompt because it's using the private key and verifying the authorized keys list and logging into the system. The same thing, if I want to do the login into the VM2, I need to copy the authorized keys into the VM2. For that, we have a command called ssh-copy-id where we will be copying the public key into the VM2. ssh dash copy dash id. I'm going to copy from the home location slash dot ssh slash id underscore rsa dot pub into the host CentOS 8 VM2, and the user I will be using is Kumar. Now we do not have any authorized keys list in VM2. We do not have any files. Now let me go ahead and execute this, and while connecting to the VM2, it will prompt for the password. First it's verifying the signature and it's prompting for the password. So it's going to write a file into the VM2. So number of keys written is 1. Let me check the VM2. I do have the authorized keys. As a part of the known host in VM1, I should have the VM2 entry. So here I do have the entry for the VM2 saying this is a known host. So next time it will not verify the fingerprint. Now let me do the SSH login into the VM2. As a part of the known host, we have the VM2 entry, and within the VM2, we do have the public key as a part of the authorized keys. So it should log in without prompting for the password. Yes, I am into VM2.